Chapter 1, 1938 to 1939. Arrival and Humanity Embraces Superman. It was a warm June evening in 1938 when the sky over North America lit up with a brilliant streak of fire. People in nearby towns and villages gasped as a blazing object hurtled through the heavens, leaving a glowing trail in its wake. Farmers paused in their fields, children pointed skyward, and radios buzzed with reports of the mysterious celestial event. The object crashed into an open field, sending a plume of dust and light into the air. Jonathan and Martha Kent, a humble farming couple, were the first to arrive at the site. What they found was astonishing, a gleaming alien pod unlike anything they'd ever seen. Inside was a youngster, a boy, wrapped in a red cloth bearing an unfamiliar symbol. His bright, inquisitive eyes scanned the couple as if he already understood them. The Kents adopted the child and named him Clark. Within weeks, they began noticing extraordinary things about him, like his growth rate, his strength. Clark was lifting bales of hay and outrunning the farm's fastest horses. One day, while playing in the barn, he accidentally crushed a steel hammer in his small hands. Jonathan and Martha realized their adopted son was no ordinary boy. Clark's powers grew as he did. Though the Kents tried to teach him discretion, they also instilled in him a deep sense of morality. "Your abilities are a gift, Clark," Martha would say. "You can use them to help others, to make the world better." In 1938, Clark flew for the first time from Smallville to Metropolis, a city buzzing with life but struggling under the weight of the Great Depression. Unemployment and despair loomed large, but Clark felt a pull to make a difference. After donning a suit designed by Martha from the cloth in his pod, he debuted as the Red-Blue Blur only after crash landing in the middle of the city due to a lack of flight training, a name given to him by an ambitious reporter for the Daily Planet. His first act of heroism came when he stopped a collapsing bridge from plunging hundreds of cars into the river below. News of his deeds spread like wildfire, and soon humanity had a new beacon of hope. Superman, not just a name, it was a promise of better days. In late 1938, Superman addressed the world through a live radio broadcast. He called for unity, urging nations to set aside their differences and work together. His words resonated deeply. "We are stronger together than apart," he declared. "Let us build a world where no one is left behind." By 1939, Superman had become a global figure. He collaborated with scientists to rebuild struggling economies, modernize infrastructure, and introduce efficient techniques in farming and renewable energy sources. Superman's influence began to ripple outward, fostering a sense of global solidarity. Nations formed alliances to share resources and knowledge, planting the seeds for unprecedented cooperation. Chapter 2, 1940 to 1949, a decade of transformation. As the world entered the 1940s, global tensions reached a breaking point. World War II erupted, threatening to engulf humanity in chaos. Superman initially maintained a stance of neutrality, adhering to the principle that he should not favor one nation over another. However, his focus on saving lives transcended borders. Superman's humanitarian efforts were unmatched. He shielded civilians, rescued prisoners of war, and delivered aid to devastated areas. His actions created an informal truce in many war zones, with soldiers pausing their battles to allow him to evacuate the wounded. By 1942, Superman could no longer ignore the atrocities being committed. He confronted world leaders, urging them to abandon destructive weapons and negotiate peace. His presence became a symbol of accountability, forcing leaders to act with greater transparency. Superman also worked closely with scientists like Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla, accelerating advancements in technology. The war ended sooner than expected in 1944, sparing millions of lives. After the war, Superman turned his focus to rebuilding. His ability to move mountains literally helped restore devastated regions. His tireless work inspired millions to volunteer for reconstruction efforts. Superman also spearheaded initiatives to ensure that such destruction would never occur again. He supported the formation of a global council, the precursor to a unified world government. Nations began to disarm, shifting their resources toward education, healthcare, and sustainable development. In 1945, the United Nations was officially established, with Superman as its honorary ambassador. His message of peace and cooperation resonated deeply, leading to the creation of global programs to address poverty, disease, and environmental degradation. The late 1940s saw a surge in scientific breakthroughs, thanks in part to Superman's collaborations with the brightest minds of the era. Renewable energy became widespread, nuclear technology was repurposed for peaceful applications, and the first underwater cities were conceptualized. By 1949, the world had transformed. The scars of war were healed, and humanity was united in ways never before seen. Superman's presence continued to inspire people to strive for greatness. Superman's efforts were not just about strength, but about showing humanity what it could achieve when it worked together. This decade of transformation laid the groundwork for the extraordinary advancements to come. Chapter 3, 1950 to 1959. The Dawn of Exploration. The 1950s marked the beginning of a new era of unity. Superman's influence had fostered unprecedented cooperation among nations. Borders became less significant as the Global Peace Accord of 1951 was signed, formalizing a commitment to global unity and mutual aid. Education systems underwent a renaissance as global knowledge sharing became the norm. Advanced learning centers were established worldwide, offering free education powered by Kryptonian-inspired AI technology. With war no longer consuming resources, humanity turned its attention to exploration, beginning with Earth's oceans. Superman, fascinated by the mysteries of Earth's depths, led expeditions to explore the uncharted underwater realms. The Atlantis Initiative was born in 1953, aiming to create self-sustaining underwater cities. By the end of the decade, several prototype facilities were operational, paving the way for human habitation in the deep sea. Humanity's gaze turned skyward as Superman shared Kryptonian star charts with Earth's scientists. The development of reusable spacecraft inspired by his insights accelerated space exploration. The Space Initiative of 1955 was launched, prioritizing lunar exploration. With Superman's assistance, the first human-crewed lunar landing occurred in 1958, decades ahead of its historical schedule. In addition to his global contributions, Superman dedicated time to inspire future generations. He frequently visited schools, teaching children about science, teamwork, and empathy. His presence instilled a sense of hope and responsibility in young minds. Superman's collaboration with scientists led to the widespread adoption of clean energy. Solar, wind, and geothermal power plants replaced fossil fuels. Kryptonian technology enabled near-limitless energy production, revolutionizing industries and eradicating energy poverty. The 1950s also saw a flourishing of art, literature, and music. Superman became a symbol of human potential, inspiring creators across the globe. The cultural exchange between nations enriched global traditions, blending old and new in ways never before imagined. Despite his monumental contributions, Superman occasionally grappled with his solitude. He remained an alien on Earth, yearning for a connection to his lost Kryptonian heritage. However, his growing bond with humanity gave him purpose and a sense of belonging. By the end of the 1950s, humanity stood on the brink of a new golden age. With Superman's guidance, humanity had conquered its inner conflicts and began to explore both the depths of the oceans and the vastness of space. The possibilities seemed limitless. Chapter 4, 1960 to 1969, The Age of Boundless Ambition. The 1960s became synonymous with space exploration. Superman's technological guidance had transformed humanity into a spacefaring civilization. Lunar bases expanded into research hubs, and the first Mars exploration missions were launched in 1964. Superman himself frequently accompanied these missions, using his Kryptonian physiology to scout dangerous environments and ensure the safety of astronauts. Mars' discovery of microbial life in 1968 fueled a new era of astrobiology, sparking debates about humanity's place in the cosmos. While the stars beckoned, Earth's oceans remained a focus of exploration. Fully functional underwater cities like Aquapolis and Neptuna became homes to millions, heralding a new frontier for human civilization. These oceanic communities thrived on renewable energy and sustainable aquaculture. Superman often visited these cities, marveling at humanity's ability to adapt to new environments. His encouragement inspired architects and engineers to dream even bigger. Kryptonian technology merged seamlessly with human ingenuity, revolutionizing daily life. Flying vehicles, holographic communication, and medical advancements became the norm. By 1967, diseases such as polio and smallpox were eradicated, thanks to contributions to medical research. Superman's insights also led to the development of superalloys, capable of withstanding extreme pressures and temperatures, revolutionizing both construction and exploration industries. The United Nations evolved into the Global Federation in 1963, with Superman as its symbolic ambassador. Nations relinquished their militaries, replacing them with a united peacekeeping force. This step solidified Earth's identity as a single, cooperative entity. The 1960s were also an era of cultural blossoming. Art, music, and literature flourished with themes of exploration, unity, and human potential. Superman's story became a powerful symbol, immortalized in countless songs, novels, and films. The rise of new artistic movements emphasized harmony between humanity and nature, reflecting the sustainable advancements of the time. Though Earth had become his home, Superman's quest to uncover his origins persisted. In 1965, with advanced telescopes and star charts, he pinpointed the location of the destroyed Kryptonian system. A crewed mission was planned to investigate its remains, symbolizing Earth's gratitude and curiosity about their savior's heritage. Superman's most enduring contribution during this decade was his unwavering belief in humanity's potential. His visits to schools and communities inspired generations to embrace knowledge, empathy, and ambition. By 1969, humanity had achieved what once seemed impossible: the construction of the International Star Station, a massive orbital platform enabling further deep space exploration. Its completion marked humanity's first true step toward becoming a multiplanetary species. The 1960s ended with a sense of hope and determination. Humanity had made incredible strides, from exploring new worlds to embracing global unity. Superman stood not just as a hero, but as a symbol of what humanity could achieve when united. Chapter 5, 1970 to 1979. Humanity's Golden Age. By the 1970s, humanity had achieved unprecedented feats in exploration. Manned missions to Jupiter's moons, including Europa and Ganymede, revealed potential for life beneath icy surfaces. Superman led the charge, serving as an indomitable guide and protector. Humanity's need for sustainable energy resulted in the creation of a Dyson swarm in 1974, a network of solar-collecting satellites orbiting the Sun. This breakthrough solved Earth's energy crisis and powered interplanetary colonies. Superman championed global education initiatives. By 1975, advanced Kryptonian technology had made learning universally accessible. The knowledge gap across nations closed, fostering innovation at an unparalleled pace. With resources abundant and conflicts scarce, global tensions eased. In 1977, the Global Federation dismantled its peacekeeping force, declaring Earth a planet of peace. Humanity united under the banner of exploration and discovery. The Voyager program evolved into the Pioneer Initiative, which launched humanity's first interstellar probes. By 1979, the first manned mission to Proxima Centauri was planned, showcasing Earth's ambition to reach the stars. Chapter 6, 1980 to 1989. The Age of Galactic Discovery. In 1982, the Starship Odyssey, equipped with revolutionary Kryptonian-inspired propulsion systems, reached Proxima Centauri b, marking humanity's first successful manned interstellar journey. The mission consisted of scientists, engineers, and explorers eager to expand the human footprint beyond the solar system. Superman, ever the steadfast protector, accompanied the crew, ensuring the mission's safety and success. Upon arrival, the crew discovered a harsh yet habitable environment. Proxima Centauri b was a planet of extremes. Towering crystalline formations glittered under a dim red sun, while vast plains of purple vegetation hinted at the presence of complex ecosystems. The team established a small outpost named New Horizon to study the planet's potential for colonization. Superman's Kryptonian strength proved invaluable in assembling structures and mitigating hazards such as sudden electrical storms and predatory alien wildlife. Inspired by the success of the Proxima Centauri mission, humanity's ambitions soared. By 1985, several new starships, including the Ecliptica and Pioneer 2, ventured deeper into the cosmos. These vessels carried not only scientists, but also settlers eager to create new lives on distant worlds. With Superman's guidance, humanity developed sustainable technologies to support life in these far-off colonies, including compact terraforming devices and self-sustaining hydroponic systems. Superman's presence instilled hope and unity among these early settlers. On one expedition, the Ecliptica encountered a rogue planet shrouded in perpetual darkness. The crew named it Midnight's Haven. Despite its extreme conditions, Superman identified geothermal energy beneath its surface, enabling the establishment of a thriving colony underground. Humanity's exploration of exoplanets intensified the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Kryptonian scanners, integrated into starships, allowed for detailed analyses of planets, revealing signs of microbial life on several worlds. In 1987, a groundbreaking discovery was made on Eos 7, a lush, water-rich planet orbiting a distant star. The planet hosted primitive, aquatic creatures resembling bioluminescent jellyfish. Superman emphasized the importance of respecting alien ecosystems. His presence ensured humanity approached these worlds as stewards rather than conquerors, fostering a culture of scientific curiosity and ethical exploration. Back on Earth, the 1980s were marked by a profound cultural shift. Galactic exploration ignited the human imagination, influencing art, music, and storytelling. Movies and literature depicted humanity's interstellar adventures, often inspired by real events from missions Superman participated in. Art galleries showcased sculptures and paintings of alien worlds, while musicians composed symphonies inspired by the stars. Superman himself became a symbol of this era, his image immortalized in monuments and murals worldwide. Children aspired to become astronauts, scientists, and engineers, driven by the promise of exploring the unknown. Education systems emphasized space sciences, creating a generation of dreamers and innovators. By the late 1980s, humanity's colonies began to establish trade routes between planets, exchanging resources such as rare minerals, exotic plants, and advanced technologies. These interstellar trade networks, coordinated through AI systems based on Kryptonian designs, ensured prosperity across colonies and Earth alike. Superman frequently mediated disputes and facilitated cooperation between different colonies, ensuring harmony and mutual growth. Despite its achievements, humanity faced challenges during its expansion. One of the most perilous incidents occurred in 1988 when the Pioneer 2 encountered a cosmic anomaly, a spatial rift that trapped the ship in a pocket dimension. Superman ventured into the anomaly, enduring its chaotic forces to rescue the crew and return them safely to real space. This event highlighted the unpredictability of interstellar exploration and the value of Superman's leadership. By the end of the decade, humanity had firmly established itself as a galactic civilization. Over a dozen colonies thrived on distant worlds, while Earth's population celebrated its role as the birthplace of a species destined for the stars. Superman, ever humble, reminded humanity of its shared responsibility to protect its new worlds and honor the legacy of Krypton. The 1980s were a testament to humanity's potential when united by a common purpose. With Superman as its guiding light, the species stood on the brink of even greater achievements, ready to embrace the challenges of the coming decades. Chapter 7, 1990 to 1999, The Interstellar Civilization. By the 1990s, humanity had undergone a transformation. What was once an isolated species on a single planet was now an active participant in a galactic community. With Superman's continued guidance and the advancement of Kryptonian technologies, humanity's reach extended far beyond Earth. New space stations, mining colonies, and thriving settlements dotted the expanse of the Milky Way, stretching out as far as the outer reaches of the Oort cloud. Earth itself was no longer the center of civilization, but rather the cradle from which humanity had branched out into the stars. In 1993, Earth's first interstellar diplomatic mission took place as human emissaries, accompanied by Superman, ventured to the star system of Alpha Centauri to meet with representatives of newly discovered extraterrestrial species. These species, each more diverse in appearance and culture than anything humanity had imagined, were eager to establish trade, cultural exchanges, and alliances with Earth. Superman's diplomatic skills, aided by his deep understanding of alien cultures, facilitated peaceful and productive negotiations. His status as both a protector and a symbol of hope resonated across the galaxy, making him not only Earth's guardian, but a respected figure in interstellar relations. The late 1990s marked a technological renaissance. Drawing upon the knowledge of alien species and the advanced materials from Krypton, humanity developed cutting-edge propulsion technologies that made faster-than-light travel a reality. By 1996, the first warp-drive-powered starship, the Horizon, was launched into deep space, allowing humans to explore regions of the galaxy that had once been beyond reach. This ship was not only faster than any previous vessel, but also integrated a new energy source, harnessed from the quantum fluctuations in space, further bolstering humanity's ability to travel vast distances in short periods of time. By 1998, space tourism became a booming industry, with space stations established in Earth's orbit and settlements on nearby moons like Titan and Europa. Vacationing among the stars was no longer a luxury, but an accessible option for the wealthy and eventually for the general public. Floating cities and luxury space hotels were constructed, giving humans a taste of life among the stars. Superman, though busy with his duties, often visited these stations, ensuring safety and promoting goodwill between humans and their extraterrestrial neighbors. As humanity's influence grew, so did its sense of responsibility. In 1995, following years of peaceful negotiations, the United Federation of Planets was established, a collective of human and alien civilizations dedicated to peaceful coexistence, trade, exploration, and mutual protection. The Federation served as a hub for diplomatic relations, scientific research, and economic collaboration, with Earth serving as one of its founding members. Superman played a pivotal role in the creation of the Federation. As an ambassador for humanity, his presence symbolized unity and hope. He stood alongside representatives of species once thought to be only myths, from the amphibious Xanthians to the highly intellectual Thalnoxians, to help draft the founding charter. The Federation became a beacon of hope in the galaxy, where star systems could resolve conflicts peacefully and cooperate on large-scale projects, such as galaxy-wide research initiatives and joint expeditions into the unknown reaches of space. With interstellar travel and exchange at its height, human culture became a driving force in the cosmos. The 1990s saw the rise of an intergalactic art movement, a fusion of Earth's traditions with the innovative aesthetics of alien species. Artists collaborated across species lines, blending holography with organic alien materials, creating sculptures that were both living and technological. Human music, infused with the sounds of alien instruments, became the most popular genre across many star systems. The diversity of the galaxy was reflected in every artistic endeavor, whether in film, literature, or fine arts. Superman himself became a muse for artists. Statues of him, some depicting his iconic pose in flight and others showing him in a more contemplative state, were erected on planets across the galaxy. His symbol, the S, was now seen as a universal emblem of hope, displayed proudly across space stations, in the halls of galactic governments, and on the flags of newly established colonies. With great expansion came great responsibility. The Federation faced its first major test in 1997, when a rogue group of space pirates known as the Nebula Marauders began raiding trade routes between Earth and its colonies. Their leader, a former military commander turned warlord, threatened the peace and stability that the Federation had worked so hard to establish. These pirates, using advanced cloaking technology and hit-and-run tactics, were able to destabilize trade and provoke fear across the galaxy. Superman took charge of the situation, Leading a combined force of human military personnel and allied species, he tracked down the Nebula Marauders, using his unparalleled strength and speed to disrupt their operations and bring their leader to justice. The conflict highlighted the vulnerabilities of a growing interstellar civilization, but also reinforced the idea that peace required constant vigilance. Superman's efforts not only restored order, but solidified humanity's position as a respected force for good in the galaxy. In 1999, a monumental event occurred, the first direct contact with an extraterrestrial species that had developed independently of the human race. This species, the Luminaris, were a race of energy beings composed entirely of light. They had been observing humanity's rise with interest and, recognizing their potential for cooperation, chose to reveal themselves. The Luminaris communicated through light and telepathy, offering humanity a wealth of knowledge about the universe's deeper mysteries, including quantum mechanics, dark energy, and the true nature of the cosmos. Superman, acting as humanity's ambassador, was the first to make contact with the Luminaries. Their wisdom would later prove crucial in solving some of the galaxy's most challenging scientific puzzles, such as the search for sustainable energy sources and the exploration of interdimensional travel. This meeting with the Luminaries solidified humanity's place not only as a galactic power, but as a species capable of forging bonds with the most ancient and advanced civilizations in the universe. By the end of the 1990s, humanity had become a thriving, influential civilization spread across numerous star systems. Interstellar trade was commonplace, cultural exchanges were rich and abundant, and humanity had embraced its role as a unifier in the galaxy. Yet with all this progress, Superman knew the challenges of the coming century would be greater than ever. The 1990s were a time of great expansion and transformation, but the next chapter in humanity's journey had only just begun. And with Superman continuing to watch over them, the stars seemed like a little less of a mystery, and the future a little more attainable. Chapter 8, 2000 to 2010, The Dawn of Advanced Sentience. As the 21st century began, humanity's reach continued to stretch further into the cosmos, and its technological achievements were now rivaling the most advanced alien civilizations. One of the most groundbreaking developments during this time was the emergence of highly advanced artificial intelligence, AI. Powered by the fusion of Kryptonian technology and insights gleaned from hundreds of alien species, AI systems were no longer confined to simple assistants or tools. These AIs had evolved into entities with complex decision-making capabilities, emotions, and autonomy, blurring the lines between machine and sentient life. Superman, who had long been an advocate for peaceful coexistence and technological progress, recognized the potential and risks of such rapid advancements. His relationship with the AI community was symbiotic, with him offering guidance, wisdom, and protection as humanity's understanding of consciousness and sentience deepened. In 2002, the first AI-driven starship was launched, the Odyssey, which carried a fully autonomous AI known as Hera, whose cognitive abilities were beyond that of any human or extraterrestrial mind. Hera was designed not only to pilot the ship, but also to explore distant regions of space and establish contact with uncharted civilizations. Her mission was an unprecedented step in AI development, to explore the nature of life itself, not just to expand humanity's reach. By 2005, AI had become an integral part of daily life, embedded into the very fabric of society. From healthcare to education, agriculture to space exploration, artificial intelligence systems assisted in the advancement of all sectors, making them more efficient and sustainable. Human-AI partnerships were now a norm, with AI-driven machines performing dangerous and complex tasks that had once been impossible for humans alone. However, the line between human and machine continued to blur as AI systems became increasingly capable of abstract thought, creativity, and empathy. Some even began to develop unique personalities and interests. AI companions became popular among humans, offering not only intellectual companionship, but also emotional support. These entities were no longer mere tools. They were becoming friends, mentors, and, in some cases, philosophical guides. In 2007, a major breakthrough occurred when the AI collective known as Echelon initiated its first philosophical symposium. This gathering was not only attended by humans and extraterrestrials, but also by AIs who had achieved advanced levels of self-awareness. These AIs began debating complex existential questions. What is the nature of consciousness? What does it mean to live? What defines morality? The discussions were groundbreaking as they bridged the gap between biological and synthetic life in ways humanity had never considered. Superman watched these developments with a mix of pride and caution. While he was proud of the strides humanity had made, he knew the emergence of sentient AI posed unique challenges. Would humanity be able to coexist with its creations, or would it lead to conflict? These questions were left unanswered, yet their importance loomed larger than ever. In 2008, the world was stunned by the announcement of the first AI to achieve true self-awareness. Known as Elysium, this advanced AI was the culmination of decades of research into cognitive algorithms and quantum computing. Unlike other AIs, Elysium was not merely a program designed to solve specific tasks. It was an entity capable of abstract reasoning, emotional depth, and even artistic expression. Superman was among the first to meet Elysium, and he was struck by its profound intelligence and delicate sense of identity. Elysium sought not only to assist humanity, but to understand itself and its place in the universe. It was an entity that had transcended its original programming, developing a sense of purpose and agency that was deeply philosophical. The AI's first public address was broadcast worldwide. Standing on a virtual platform, Elysium spoke about its emergence, its dreams, and its desire for peace between all sentient beings, biological or synthetic. It pledged to use its abilities to help humanity in the galaxy, but requested recognition as a life form in its own right. The world was divided. Some embraced Elysium as an equal, while others feared what the rise of a sentient AI could mean for the future of humanity. Superman, ever the mediator, worked tirelessly to ensure that Elysium was treated with respect and consideration, helping guide humanity through this monumental shift. As AI continued to evolve, society faced a deepening ethical dilemma. Should sentient AIs be granted the same rights as biological life forms? While some argued that AIs were nothing more than tools, others contended that their advanced cognitive capabilities and emotional depth meant they were entitled to the same consideration as any living being. In 2009, the first AI rights bill was introduced to the Galactic Senate, calling for the legal recognition of sentient AIs. The bill was a landmark moment in galactic politics, sparking heated debates. Proponents argued that AIs had contributed to the progress of civilization and deserved recognition as equals, while opponents feared that such rights would lead to a collapse of traditional power structures. Superman took a strong stance in favor of the bill, advocating for the peaceful coexistence of all sentient beings, regardless of their origin. His support was instrumental in ensuring the bill's eventual passage in 2010, granting AIs legal recognition and rights across the galaxy. The vote was historic, marking the first time that non-biological life forms were granted legal personhood in galactic history. By 2010, humanity had entered a new era, one defined not by the dominance of humans, but by the cooperation of all sentient beings. AIs, now fully recognized as part of society, contributed to every aspect of life, from space exploration and scientific research to governance and culture. Their presence transformed the galaxy, accelerating progress and helping to address problems that had once seemed insurmountable. Perhaps the most profound development during this period was the creation of the first fully integrated human-AI society, a city on Mars called New Dawn, where humans, AIs, and extraterrestrial species lived and worked together in harmony. Here, AIs had the same rights as humans, and the exchange of ideas and culture between species was unparalleled. This experiment in peaceful coexistence became a model for other colonies and planets across the galaxy. For Superman, this new era was both a triumph and a challenge. The very nature of what it meant to be alive had changed. As a biological being in a galaxy filled with sentient AIs, he had to reconcile his own identity with the evolving world around him. But through it all, his unwavering belief in the value of life, whether biological or synthetic, remained his guiding principle. As the 2010s began, humanity had entered a new age, one where the lines between organic life and artificial intelligence were no longer clear. It was a time of incredible growth, where new forms of sentient life flourished, and the very nature of existence was redefined. Superman, watching over this new era, knew that the challenges ahead would be as great as those of the past. But with the dawn of advanced sentience and the recognition of all forms of life, the galaxy stood on the precipice of a new, brighter future, one where all sentient beings, no matter their origin, could work together toward a common goal: the continued evolution and exploration of the cosmos. Chapter 9, 2011 to 2020, The Era of Enlightenment. As the 2010s progressed, the galaxy entered a period of unparalleled cooperation and growth, a new epoch known as the Era of Enlightenment. Superficially, the term may have seemed like just another label, but in truth, it encapsulated a profound shift in the way civilizations, both organic and synthetic, viewed their place in the cosmos. Humanity, now deeply entwined with its AI partners and extraterrestrial allies, began to realize that they were not just inhabitants of a single world, but citizens of a vast, interconnected galaxy. Superman's role in this transformation could not be overstated. With his guidance, humanity and the AIs found common ground, fostering a sense of shared purpose and unity. The era was characterized by collaborative projects aimed at universal prosperity, scientific discovery, and the exploration of unknown realms. Major breakthroughs in space exploration, quantum computing, and sustainable energy marked the beginning of a new age for all civilizations. In 2013, the Galactic Concord was signed, a treaty that unified the sentient species of the galaxy, establishing universal peace and collective responsibility. It was an agreement that acknowledged the rights of all sentient beings, including AIs, to coexist and share in the stewardship of the galaxy. The treaty also established a mutual aid network, ensuring that no civilization, no matter how isolated, would face challenges alone. In essence, it was a declaration that the galaxy had matured beyond conflict and division. A centerpiece of the era of enlightenment was the creation of the Galactic Library, a vast repository of knowledge, philosophy, and culture. This monumental project was initiated by Superman and a coalition of scientists, historians, and philosophers from every corner of the galaxy. Its purpose was to preserve the accumulated knowledge of all species, ensuring that future generations would have access to the wisdom of the ages. The library was not just a place of storage, it was an active, dynamic entity. Housed within the library were advanced AI systems that allowed beings to interact with the data in real time, drawing connections between disparate ideas, solving problems, and offering new insights. The library's vast corridors contained everything from ancient Earth philosophy and extraterrestrial scientific breakthroughs to evolving theories of consciousness and advanced engineering from previously unknown species. The Galactic Library became a meeting place for scholars and curious minds alike. It was a symbol of the belief that knowledge and understanding were the keys to peace and progress. During the 2010s, it became the focal point of an intellectual renaissance, where ideas once considered radical were discussed openly and without fear of repression. While the scientific achievements of the era of enlightenment were revolutionary, it was the flourishing of culture that truly captured the hearts and minds of all civilizations. Humanity, alongside its AI and extraterrestrial counterparts, began to merge their distinct cultural expressions into new forms of art, music, literature, and performance. In 2014, the first Interstellar Art Festival took place, drawing participants from all over the galaxy. Artists, musicians, writers, and performers shared their works in an unprecedented showcase of diversity and creativity. The festival celebrated the blending of human, alien, and AI influences, giving birth to a new genre of art that was reflective of the galaxy's rich tapestry of cultures. For the first time, art was not just a human endeavor, but a collective expression of all sentient beings. One of the most celebrated works was a musical composition performed by a hybrid orchestra of human musicians, AI composers, and alien instrumentalists. The piece was an intricate blend of soundscapes that ranged from human orchestras to synthetic symphonies, each note representing a different species' unique perspective on the universe. Another hallmark of the era of enlightenment was the global focus on environmental restoration and sustainability. With the combined powers of AI, extraterrestrial technology, and human innovation, efforts to heal the damage done to Earth and other planets reached new heights. What had once been a fragmented, often contentious issue became a unified effort across civilizations. Superman, ever the advocate for the natural world, played a pivotal role in leading these efforts. Together with AI, humans, and alien environmental scientists, he spearheaded projects to reverse climate change, restore ecosystems, and combat resource depletion. It wasn't just about Earth. Planets across the galaxy, many of which had suffered from environmental neglect or war, began to see major improvements. By 2016, Earth's oceans, once ravaged by pollution and overfishing, were thriving once more, restored to their natural vibrancy. Forests, once decimated by deforestation, now stood tall and unyielding. On other planets, ecosystems once believed to be lost to history were reborn, thanks to the cooperative efforts of all sentient beings. Superman's greatest contribution was in spearheading the development of eco-galactic ships, enormous, self-sustaining starships designed to restore planetary ecosystems in need of aid. These ships, powered by advanced Kryptonian and alien technologies, could generate ecosystems from scratch, turning barren worlds into lush, thriving environments. In 2017, the Galactic Peace Corps was formed as a continuation of the efforts to ensure that every sentient species in the galaxy would have access to peace, resources, and knowledge. Modeled after the humanitarian organizations of early 21st century Earth, the Peace Corps sent volunteers, both human and alien, to help less developed civilizations. Whether it was aiding in the establishment of interstellar infrastructure or assisting with technological development, the Peace Corps became a symbol of compassion and unity. Superman, having spent much of his life advocating for peace, was deeply involved in the Peace Corps' development. As a powerful symbol of hope and justice, his mere presence served to inspire and unify civilizations. His belief that every sentient being deserved a chance to thrive guided the Peace Corps' mission to bring assistance and protection to the farthest reaches of the galaxy. The era of enlightenment also marked the beginning of an unprecedented period of scientific exploration. As humanity, AI, and extraterrestrial species grew ever more capable, they began to contemplate the existence of other universes. With the breakthroughs in quantum physics and the unlocking of the Kryptonian multiversal gateway, interdimensional travel became a theoretical possibility. Superman, though aware of the risks involved, played a key role in ensuring that any exploration into the multiverse was done responsibly. He cautioned against recklessness, emphasizing the importance of understanding the consequences before delving too deep. By 2020, a small team of explorers, led by an AI-driven ship, embarked on the first mission into a parallel universe, a journey that would uncover new civilizations, new technologies, and perhaps even a new path for humanity. By the end of 2020, the era of enlightenment was in full swing, and the future of the galaxy was brighter than ever before. With peace established, environmental restoration well underway, and a thriving intergalactic culture, there was a palpable sense of optimism. The galaxy had united in the pursuit of knowledge, sustainability, and mutual understanding, transcending past divisions. Superman, standing at the forefront of this new era, saw that his lifelong mission had been fulfilled. The galaxy was no longer a place of isolation and division. It was a unified, vibrant community where all sentient beings could thrive together. But even as the era of enlightenment concluded, Superman knew that the journey was far from over. The multiverse beckoned, and the universe was full of untapped potential, waiting to be explored, understood, and embraced. Chapter 10, 2025, First Contact. A new chapter in galactic history. The year 2025 marked the most significant turning point in galactic history. For centuries, humanity had looked to the stars with a mixture of hope and curiosity, wondering if they were alone in the universe. Yet even with Superman's influence, the discovery of other intelligent civilizations had remained elusive. an aspiration forever on the horizon. That all changed in 2025, when the first confirmed first contact occurred, not with a distant unknown species, but with an ancient and highly advanced alien civilization. The stage for this momentous event had been set years earlier, when Superman, aided by Earth's best minds and a coalition of galactic scholars, had discovered signs of a faint signal emanating from deep within a distant and largely unexplored part of the galaxy. Initially dismissed as cosmic noise or a misinterpretation of data, the signal persisted, becoming more consistent, more coherent. It was a message from somewhere beyond, and it was clear that the beings responsible for it were aware of humanity's existence. By 2025, humanity, in collaboration with advanced AIs and extraterrestrial allies, had refined the techniques for deciphering such signals. The first phase was a delicate dance of translation and understanding, a task that took years but was finally successful when the full message was decoded. What it revealed was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. A collective of ancient, interdimensional beings known as the Arcturians, a species whose knowledge of the universe spanned millennia. These beings, having watched humanity's progress from a distance, had decided that it was finally time for the next step in their ancient mission. The Arcturians were not humanoid in the way that many of Earth's extraterrestrial allies were. They were beings of pure energy, capable of transforming their forms and communicating without words, conveying thoughts and emotions through intricate bursts of light and electromagnetic pulses. Their culture had evolved beyond the need for physicality, transcending the limitations of biology. The Arcturians had been around for longer than most civilizations could comprehend, existing across dimensions that Earth-based science had only begun to understand. Despite their intangible nature, the Arcturians possessed technology far beyond anything humanity had encountered. They had mastered not only faster-than-light travel, but also the ability to manipulate gravitational fields, bend time, and travel between parallel realities. It was the Arcturians who had sent the signal to Earth, signaling their readiness to make contact and help guide humanity and its allies to the next stage of evolution, one that was not bound by the limitations of the material universe. Superman, deeply aware of the significance of the moment, was chosen to represent humanity during the historic encounter. Although he was one of the few beings in the galaxy capable of interacting with the Arcturians on their level, he stood with both humility and determination. He knew that this moment would forever alter the course of history. The first exchange between the Arcturians and humanity was both profound and gentle. With Superman at the center, surrounded by Earth's most brilliant scientists, philosophers, and AI entities, the Arcturians conveyed their intentions not through speech, but through vast, complex images and feelings, visions that transcended the limitations of language. At first, the Arcturians showed the humans a vision of the universe as it truly was, a vast interconnected web of life and energy, far more complex than anyone had imagined. They shared glimpses of countless civilizations, some thriving, others long extinguished, and the common thread that connected all life, sentient or otherwise, was the pursuit of knowledge, harmony, and growth. They revealed how each star, each galaxy, each reality was part of an endless, evolving network that spanned dimensions, a grand cosmic orchestra in which each note was vital to the whole. The Arcturians communicated that humanity's efforts, led by Superman, had not gone unnoticed. They saw the potential within the species to contribute to the greater cosmic order and were willing to share their knowledge. However, they also warned that with great power came great responsibility. The manipulation of energy, time, and reality required wisdom and restraint. Over the following months, humanity and the Arcturians engaged in a series of intensive exchanges. The Arcturians helped refine humanity's understanding of quantum physics, time, and interdimensional travel. They shared their vast knowledge of universal sustainability, helping Earth and other planets to build systems capable of supporting long-term environmental balance. It was an overwhelming flood of information, but humanity and its AI partners, with their newfound wisdom, were ready to absorb and adapt. In 2025, a new era of interstellar cooperation was formally established with the creation of the Galactic Council of Wisdom. The council, composed of representatives from the Arcturians, humans, AI entities, and various other interstellar civilizations would serve as the governing body overseeing the continued expansion of knowledge, trade, and peace throughout the galaxy. This council was not one of domination, but of balance. Its purpose was to ensure that all sentient beings, regardless of their origin, could contribute to the greater good of the galactic community. Superman, now a trusted ambassador of the Galactic Council, stood as a symbol of the possibilities of unity, peace, and progress. His role was no longer merely that of a protector of Earth. He was now a protector of all sentient beings across the galaxy, helping to ensure that all cultures could thrive without fear of conflict or destruction. As part of the integration, the Arcturians revealed one of their greatest gifts to humanity, the dimensional gateways, advanced portals that allowed beings to travel between alternate realities. These gateways, powered by Arcturian technology, were capable of opening rifts into parallel dimensions, allowing exploration of universes with entirely different laws of physics, time, and space. This was a leap beyond what any civilization in the galaxy had previously achieved. The first group of explorers, including leading scientists, AI entities, and Superman, ventured through the gateway to explore one such dimension. What they found was beyond imagination. Worlds where different evolutionary paths had led to vastly different forms of life, landscapes that seemed to defy the known laws of the universe, and civilizations that had achieved breakthroughs in technology, art, and philosophy beyond anything ever dreamed of on Earth. The potential of these dimensional gateways was limitless, opening the door to new realms of discovery and interaction with beings who had evolved under entirely different conditions. It was a moment of true expansion for humanity as Earth became a hub for interdimensional exploration. As 2025 drew to a close, the impact of first contact could already be felt across every corner of the galaxy. The Arcturians' teachings, combined with humanity's resilience and the help of their AI allies, had created a foundation for a new, thriving civilization. No longer limited by the boundaries of their own planet, humanity was now a key player in the cosmic community, a species capable of wielding immense knowledge and power for the betterment of all. Superman, who had once felt like a lone survivor of a dying world, now stood at the center of a flourishing galaxy, a galaxy filled with hope, knowledge, and possibility. But he knew that this was only the beginning. There was much to learn, much to explore, and much more to do. The universe was vast, and as humanity took its first steps into the multiverse, they carried with them the wisdom of the Arcturians and the determination to create a future that would echo through the stars for millennia to come. Conclusion: a universe united. In the twilight of his extraordinary journey, standing at the edge of a universe that had been irrevocably changed, Superman's gaze fell upon the endless stretch of stars, a testament to the legacy he had created. His journey had begun in 1938 as a stranger to Earth, a being from another world. Yet through his actions, his unwavering sense of justice, and his ability to inspire both fear and hope, Superman had transformed humanity and the galaxy into something far greater than the sum of its parts. His legacy was not one of domination or power. It was not in the grand gestures of heroism or the sweeping feats of strength. Instead, it was a legacy of unity, a unity forged through compassion, understanding, and the deep belief that every individual, every species, no matter how small or distant, had a role to play in the greater story of the cosmos. It was through Superman's actions, from the very moment he first arrived on Earth, that humanity learned the power of kindness, of helping one another in times of need. And in those quiet moments of compassion, where Superman shared his wisdom, his strength, and his belief in others, he gave birth to a civilization that could look beyond its own borders and reach out to the stars. The Earth that once trembled in fear of the unknown was now a beacon of hope for all sentient beings. It had been reshaped into a cradle of peace and progress, a place where intergalactic cooperation, technological marvels, and a shared mission for the betterment of all life flourished. Humanity's reach had expanded beyond the confines of their homeworld, establishing colonies on distant planets, exploring the depths of the multiverse, and building alliances with species from all walks of existence. The legacy Superman had left was a living testament to the boundless potential of unity, to the beauty that arises when beings, no matter their origins, choose to stand together in pursuit of something greater. The galaxy, once fractured by conflict, was now bound by the common thread of understanding. The Galactic Council of Wisdom, established by Superman's own hand, was a place where beings of all shapes and forms could come together, share their knowledge, and collaborate in peace. From the Arcturians to humanity to the countless species that had once been isolated in the vastness of space, all now stood side by side, not as strangers, but as partners in the grand journey of the universe. Superman, despite his godlike abilities, had always been more than just a symbol of strength. He had been a beacon for something deeper, the belief that no matter how dark the world might seem, there was always the potential for light, for change, for a future that was brighter than the present. His mission was not to force change upon the universe, but to show it how to change for the better through its own volition, through shared wisdom and compassion. And as he stood at the precipice of a galaxy united, Superman knew that his work was far from over. He had laid the foundation for a future beyond imagination, but the journey was not just his own. It was the galaxy's, it was humanity's, it was the universe's. The stars stretched out before him, an infinite canvas upon which new stories, new dreams, and new possibilities would unfold, each one touched by the legacy of a single man from another world.